What is going on, guys? My name's Sam and welcome to episode 2 of Let's Talk FIFA 17. So now I'm trying for this video, the aim is essentially to cover what happened at Gamescom. Well, what's been announced at Gamescom already for FIFA 17. What you're looking at on the screen, I'm just going to go through a load of pictures that I've sort of thought were the main points of what they actually discussed. So starting already, we've got the base card. So this is pretty much what has been released as the base card of Ultimate Team, pretty much for the bronze, silver and gold. If you ask me, the non-rares looks like kind of shitty. I know that's supposed to represent the non-rare, the fact they are non-rare, so it is supposed to look a bit bad, but they look a bit plain. Hopefully they do some kind of animation with a little bit of like lighting in the back. But then moving on to the rares, I think the gold actually stands out, like it looks proper shiny. Obviously I like this like 2-layer system of the shields. They look quite nice. So overall, not the greatest design. I don't think we have. I kind of like the cards we've got already in our FIFA 16 Ultimate Team, but not the worst thing I've ever seen. Now here, which we haven't actually seen from a very long time from EA, is actually new card designs. So at the top, the gold one looks like a legend card. I'm not too sure what the bronze, silver are for. I have absolutely no idea. Now the purple cards we'll be talking about a little bit later, but essentially what they are, they're like reward cards for completing the squad building challenges. It's all going to be mentioned later, don't worry. And that black card, now this was discussed on the stream. I watched the whole thing pretty much of YouTube, that was for FIFA. And what essentially it is at the beginning, I think they're going to announce it soon, within like 2 to 3 weeks. They didn't give a time period, but what actually happens is they're going to release a squad, like a team of the week for example. It's going to be like players to watch, and essentially at the beginning, these cards are going to be released. They're kind of like dynamic ratings if you ever play 2K16. Like, if they play well and get a team of the week in real life, this type of card will go up in ratings. So say if Ibrahimovic, say he's 90 rated, normal, gets the team of the week, this card will go up to like a 91, say for example. I think it works like that, but if he plays shit, I'm not sure about this, then he might actually go down. So they kind of explained it as like a stock market, when to sell him and when not to sell him. So I kind of like all these card designs. I mean, maybe the black card looks a little too close to Team of the Week. There might be some sort of scam going on there, where like they try and trick you on the market. That used to happen before. But overall, I really like the top gold cards. I mean, the purple cards, they look alright. They definitely are a bit different, but it's just nice to have a little diversity within the cards, I guess. So looking at the new game mode, which has been introduced into FIFA 17, one of many actually new game modes, is called FUT Champions. Now, FUT Champions is essentially a way to compete competitively. It's sort of aimed at the more competitive players on FIFA 17. Now, what it is essentially is, how can I explain this? You compete in daily sort of leagues, if you want to call it that, to get entered into the weekend league, I think it's called, to qualify for the weekend league. And that's sort of section for the bigger rewards, the like more valuable rewards. So essentially, I'm trying to read through an article here. I'll link it down in the description. It says, winning a daily knockout tournament will earn you rewards and a spot in the weekend league. Dynamic squad entry requirements and unique rewards keep the daily knockouts fresh. So it's a sort of a continuation thing. If you're consistently winning Division 1, or you've won it and you think, oh, this game's done, I'm bored, there's another thing to enter. So it's kind of like increases the longevity and the lifespan of the game, which I think is obviously quite good. The rewards, what I saw from the stream, they weren't obviously final. Like, none of this is fully final. It's all kind of concepts and that. But if you got like first in the world, it's something like 1 million coins, and like I think it's jumbo team of the week pack. I'm not really too sure, but that's first. And if you ask me, that's really not a lot for being first. I know like 1 million coins sounds a lot, but if you're literally the best FIFA player in the world, you should get something ridiculous. So the league, jeez, I sound like a list bet. So the leagues essentially go from bronze to elite. It'll go like bronze 3, bronze 2, bronze 1, silver 3, silver 2, silver 1, gold, and then elite. And elite being the top, and obviously bronze being the shittest. Now you get rewards for each stage, so pretty much caters for all types of players, and I can see this being definitely a decent game mode, but it's gonna be one that dries out maybe after like first 3 months. I take it, people will play it, and then if the rewards aren't very good, then it's not going to be the best of game modes, put it that way. Okay, so here now we are looking at the new confirmed legends for FIFA 17 Ultimate Team. Now obviously this is only for Xbox, so looking at them, we've got Carragher, Del Piero, Ferdinand, Hernandez, Petit, I think that's Petit, I can't see it on my screen because it's a bit small. We've got Puyol, Skull, Solskjaer and Veron. Now, I mean, there's actually legends that I know here, which is a start. Like, even at the beginning, I've been like a fan for like a couple of years, pretty much since child. I'm not one of them but fanboys that's just jumped on the hype and that knows one player that's a throwback like Ballack and thinks they're a FIFA knowledge champion. But whatever. So, looking at players, Puyol, I think it has to be at least like 91, 92. Carragher, I can see being about 88 maybe. Del Piero must be a beast, a solid 89. Ferdinand, maybe an 88. Hernandez, I haven't seen too much of. Sorry if I don't know him. And Petit, I don't really know. Skull should be definitely a 90. Solskjaer, he's definitely a team player. Maybe think about an 89. Then Veron, maybe a lower 87, 88. So they're gonna add some variety. I mean, having a Mexican legend, you've got an Argentinian legend, another Spanish centre back. Who else have we got? There's Hierro, and I feel like there's one more. Another English legend is always good because pretty much if our English legends are pretty shit. Like, no one uses Fowler or Sheringham. You've got Lineker, which I think's alright, but it's not really built for Ultimate Team. Then Michael Owen is pretty much the decent one. Carragher, our centre backs just sum up England, don't they? You got Sol Campbell, you've got Carragher, now you got Ferdinand. So they're definitely building up the legends. I mean, it's obviously good. They very, very, very marginally increase your odds of packing one. But then again, they're pretty much like 0, and they're adding in like the J League now from Japan, so that's pretty much the new players that aren't legends outweigh those that are legends. But definitely a positive sign to be adding legends. There's always going to do it. It's pretty much for hype and attention. Okay, so now what you are looking at is the squad challenge mode. I think it's called something like squad building challenge. It's something around that. So here it is. Yeah, it says, there you go, top left, squad building challenges. Now what this is essentially EA are giving those that really it's an excuse for if you can't play the game but you can build a squad. But they say it rewards the player with more knowledge. Honestly, there's going to be a lot of easy ways to do this. So looking at these on the screen, these were the ones mentioned in the Gamescom stream. For example, take 2 nations, the requirements on the right, nationalities exactly 2, team chemistry minimum 60. Now, it just going on my head now, nationalities exactly 2. That's pretty easy. Team chemistry minimum 60, pretty easy. Now what happens is pretty much you submit a squad, so you build your squad for the requirements, has to meet the requirements, and then what happens is you submit that squad. So and that takes the players, like it's think of it as not discarding, but you're essentially discarding them away to finish this. Now what happens is, as you can see for this section, it's hybrid nations. So you do the one for 2 nations, triple trouble, quad, 5 league hybrid. They all have their own mini reward, and they end up having, once you complete like the set, I think it's pretty much copying Madden, but you know, anyway, once you complete it, you get a massive reward. So for example, they showed it for the MLS league. Now you essentially had to complete a full 11 for each MLS club. Now, I think each one of those for each team you got a gold pack, so not the greatest reward to be honest, discard 1.5k. But what actually happened is when you completed the full 20, you got that pink Giovinco. It was an upgraded Giovinco. From what we saw, it was an 85 Giovinco, I think, but the normal card was an 84. So I'm thinking, is it going to be that much worth it? You're going to have to look at the reward players first to actually check if they're good. I think they show you the card. They definitely showed you the card before starting it, so it's definitely a decent thing. I mean, it's going to be a thing to pass the time, but it's whether you want to discard your players. Like, it still doesn't seem for me. What I can see happening is there going to be a challenge that's going to have to require one specific player, and his price is going to get inflated so much that if you pack it, it's a good thing, but to finish the set, going to be absolute manic, and it's going to be expensive, put it that way. But I take it these players are non-tradable, which is going to be good, so I can see this being alright. I can definitely see this being good. It seemed like there's going to be a lot of challenges. They're going to add some in after the start. and I don't think these players are going to be tradable. I don't know if I mentioned that, but definitely once you get them, you're going to want to use them because they're going to stay in your club and they're going to look like you've completed something pretty much. Okay, what you guys are seeing now in the background, hopefully put it that way, is the pack animation. Now, what actually is happening here, god damn it, I got my sound on, there we go, right, I don't think I have the sound on the clip from the background, but it's essentially taken from the stream. Now, it's definitely a big change. Now, he actually ends up packing Royce, sorry for the spoiler. I like the cinematics in the background, but I feel like it's going to take forever if you do not skip it. There's just going to be so much going on. Guarantee this is going to crash quite a few people's Xbox or PlayStation. Don't ask me why, but the fact that everyone in the beginning is going to be opening packs, alright? Now this is going to absolutely crush the servers, so I can see it causing trouble, but definitely I love the cinematics for it, and it's going to look absolutely great when you see Giroud come out of that pack. Other than that, there's not much really to it other than what I've mentioned. I like what's in the background. The cards, I can imagine getting a legend and looking at that. And there you can see Royce is actually wearing one of them designer kits, I think. I'll see if I can find a picture of all the designer kits. None of them are actually that nice other than Zed's. I think it is by Zed. They're all designed by the musicians in the game. I think the Kasabian one's okay-ish, but I'll see if I can find it. I'll put it at the end or link it. I'll probably link them in the description if I can find the kits. Okay, now the final thing I want to mention is they also announced that you can do the squad building challenges on the companion app. Now they didn't say anything about the release date of the companion app or when it's coming out. That's the exact same fucking thing. But anyway, as you can see on the screen, build on the go. Use the companion app to extend your squad building challenges experience. You're able to take your progress in squad building challenges on the move and build squads to earn rewards wherever you play. So this is obviously a positive thing. I don't see anything too negative about it, unless you want to waste your 4G/3G data. You're pretty much fine for this. This is definitely like one of those hardcore player things, or you can even do it with your mates, I guess, rather than just going around to your house. I feel like this squad challenge things would be definitely good to do on a stream. I would love to do that on the stream, to be honest. With people to come, that would definitely be very entertaining. Now, that is pretty much the things I saw that was mentioned in the stream that I thought was important. There were things such as skill moves. I know the thing is, they're not really too important. I see myself as a skiller. A quick note, if you want to know how to do that Okocha sombrero flick thing, all it is just you hold up on the right stick. That is it. That is literally it. Also, there was mentions of pro clubs. I know that has had a massive overhaul. But what I'm thinking is, I get the beta code for it. Hopefully on the 18th of August, I'm going to play it for a bit, so I can definitely do an in-depth review. Or I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about it or stream it or record it. I'd love to record it, but I don't know if I can. But it's definitely, I'm gonna not just chuck out one of these informational videos. I'm definitely gonna do an in-depth on how they did well and what needs to be improved. So if you guys have enjoyed this, make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time for episode 3 and for any more information.